Is that a
5.
lot?
You are very like generally as
I use-
players, you are
damn.
athletic characters. It doesn't matter how
don't
fat
even
you are, you
know.
can fucking run. You can run. But if you look underneath your walking speed and then to the left of your armor class, you have a number. It says +4, +3, +2, plus whatever.
Oh, mine's +2.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I
higher-
clicked it and it rolled nice.
I
The
am
higher it is,
back.
okay. Wow, you rolled a very high initiative. But if you click it,
Is that good?
yeah. So the higher your initiative,
Yeah.
you're gonna go first. So basically, I roll the initiative of all the enemies, and you will roll the initiative of all the players.
Yeah.
And the one with the highest number goes first, and the one with the lowest number goes last. And then you sort them in order.
Oh, I get it.
If someone has a +4, for example, they have really good reaction time because they have a bonus on
Chat,
whatever
you
they
can
roll.
read my thing. Poggers.
So you are all good. Are we all good?
Yes.
Raven, are you back?
Raven, you got yours set up?
I don't know. I think so.
Don't expose yourself. I'll reload the page because ours has gone dark and yours is white.
No, same here. But no. Yeah, you need to.
If you zoom out, Solar, and move about and look around a bit.
Oh, wait, what the?
Yes.
Oh, you
yeah.
added. Okay. Okay. What? The fountain has been cut off.
It's still there.
There's
Okay.
things that are hidden over there.
Go shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sit back.
I'm not going
sit
anywhere. I'm not going
Sit
anywhere.
down. Right. So,
Raven.
are we all
is
ready?
first.
What? I am here. I am
Yes.
no longer dead. I don't know why I started saying decapitated.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Kind of weird.
Okay.
So,
How does it work?
So, the way D&D works is there are two kind of phases, I guess, which switch between depending on what you're doing. So, anything that is there's combat and non-combat. It's pretty simple. Most of the time, we'll be playing in non-combat. So basically, non-combat is you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. There's no turns. There's no order. You just do whatever you want.
Hey.
When we get into actual fighting, or we get into time tracking, so if I need to keep a track on how long you've been doing something, for example, then we use initiative and we use combat version. But most of the time, it will be out of initiative. So we'll be, which is the term for basically non-combat.
Okay.
So, a little bit of backstory on the world. You are all on a planet called Novus. And this planet, there's one very, very strange thing about it, which is the oceans have been replaced with just sky. You are all on massive floating sky islands the size of continents and countries.
Nice.
There are no oceans.
Skyblock? Question
It's
mark?
just pure open way. Basically, yeah.
Swag.
And the world and it's as if imagine if you just took a planet and just shattered it from the inside, and all the islands just lifted up.
You said shat in it.
I don't think that's how physics works, but okay.
No, yeah, I know.
Who needs
Screw
physics?
physics.
It's
Raven.
fine.
Physics?
This is
No.
D&D. It's
Yes.
fine.
Screw physics.
No one needs physics. What's physics?
So-
I don't know. I'm bad at it. Oh my god, Coco, you scared me. Jesus, why do you do this to me, Coco? What the hell?
Your cat is fucking terrifying.
She's just sitting on my
So-
bed and I didn't know she was there.
Oh my god.
And I
So-
walked over. Sorry. Continue.
Raven,
Where each of you,
please.
each of you come from different backstories, different places you came from, like what races you are, how you've your personalities, all of this. But the one thing that unites
me.
the one
because
thing
I
that
was
you
a little-
the one thing that unites you all is the fact that you are here. You are in this city, right?
Are we the only people on Novus?
No. So the entirety of
Boring,
Nova,
no.
the entirety of Novus is populated by many races.
We'll
many
be the only ones there soon.
countries and factions. But you are currently in a city, called the city of Konton. So Conton, Konton.
Okay.
In the
Konton.
country of Kerbathena. So
Okay.
basically, Kerbathena is the country where, so there was a war. Orcs took over a giant piece of land, and when the orcs were defeated, they gave up that land, and they didn't know who to give it to. So they decided to basically share it among all the races. So in Kerbathena,
What was the point of the war?
because the orcs wanted the land, and then the humans and elves and all the other races pushed them back.
Okay.
The Kerbathena is run by humans, so there are human kings, queens, and like knights and officers and all that. But every sort of species lives here and resides here. So you will find yourselves spread across this small space, in what looks to be a sort of open courtyard area, like a town square sort of thing. There's a giant fountain, and on the fountain is a statue of a man who has his head skull with one single eye, and a massive gauntlet in his right hand. And he's just
Thanos?
with one foot. He's got one foot on this skull. And he's got one foot in the skull, and this gauntlet raised
Is
in
he
the air.
purple? Quick question. Is he purple?
It's a statue, so there's no color.
Can
Well,
color.
okay, well, the Greek statues had color on them, but over time they got faded just to normal clay or marble, whatever
Sorry.
it is.
I have just stopped
This
laughing
one-
at the word clay.
I whitewashed them.
One thing that you notice about the place around you, everything is very well polished, very well kept. There's no signs of
We're the hoity-toity
Oh,
side
wait.
of town.
It's
there is marble cobbled floors. There are like very brightly white painted buildings around you.
Is it too perfect, or is it just like normal?
It looks very perfect. Maybe not too perfect, but it is very, very
This gives
very
me Bastings
like
Day
white marble,
vibes.
like white and black marble everywhere.
There is no war in Bossing.
But it just looks
Yes.
fancy.
It looks very good. So Raven, Tom, Solar, and Schiffer, you are all you've got black manacles wrapped around both of your wrists, chaining your hands together.
That's kind
to
of
your
kinky.
feet,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and
You guys are chained up.
Raven. You are chained up, and you have
Okay.
been walked up on top of this stone platform.
They're about to
which
be
has a little bit of
You're
executed!
gonna get executed?
and you
Oh,
and there are there are nooses hanging from
Oh!
Oh my god,
like, wooden
swag.
beams.
I love when
So-
I get executed.
Just
There
appeared.
is
What just
there is
Whoa.
in
Can I
front
fight them?
in front of that statue, in front of that like platform that you're on, there is a
Mhm.
massive crowd of people. Like,
Oh,
Just, I don't want to put
they
them all
all
down
got-
because it
guys,
makes
my
it really hard
stage
to like.
fright. Coming in.
You are basically on the stage in front of an entire village.
Oh
like,
god.
Who are come see this.
Oh no, no, I
You
don't
are-
like that.
You
What did we
all
do?
have. So,
Crime.
you'll
Sorry, I
find out
keep
in a minute.
interrupting you.
Yeah.
So, so you all are sitting there, and you've got chains around your hand, and you are all told to stand on these little wooden like trapdoors, and there are nooses hanging
no.
in front of you.
Oh,
Um,
God.
Oh no.
You're all sitting there.
We'd love to see it.
Ghost, however, you are not. You are sitting
I
in
can
the
see
crowd.
that.
You are hiding in the crowd. So you are among the crowd. And you are looking up at this execution. But
Wait,
you
do
are
I
not
know
there.
them?
So you are not there to watch this execution. You are here to stop it.
Ooh.
So,
Okay, so I
you
do
have
know
been-
them.
You know of these people. You don't know them personally, but you have been hired by a guildmaster to release these 4 from being killed. He basically wants you to rescue them, right?
Okay.
So you are sitting in the crowd. You were also sent with a tiefling woman, who is also in the crowd with you. You don't know much about her, but she's very small, very sneaky, very like not really very
Stealthy.
like doesn't stand out. Although she does have massive black horns and devil wings. For some reason,
Get
just
out is the most outrageous looking
black-
person you will ever meet.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. You are in a city filled with so many different races. There are dwarves, elves, humans, orcs, ogres. They're just every sort of race you can imagine.
Is
There's probably
Shrek there?
at least one of them here. There's probably not a Shrek, but the closest you get would probably be Tom. Since he is a you look up and the three on the gallows with Tom. You see this 8'1" giant stone-looking man.
Tom is beefy. Tom is beefy.
He's got basically what look to be like 2 manacles, two manacles that have been like welded together to manage to fit around his wrist. And around his massive, and you see his skin is kind of stony. And he's got this big beard, and he's just
he looks like Thanos. He kind of looks purple.
He is very very Thanos looking. You also see a an elf figure who is quite not as posh or as well defined as the people you see in the crowd, but definitely an elven figure standing next to Tom, and in between Schiffer and Tom you see this gray-skinned, black-eyed creature, this race with these manacles, looking down at these manacles as if they are inferior and just insulted by them.
Fair.
You see this sort of what looks like if she once was angelic, just looking like this drained angelic feature. And finally, on the end of the gallows, you see this red lizard-like draconic figure with a dragon's tail and dragon-esque features on the face, as well as scaly lizardy hands and feet, just sitting on the end, just sort of looking out into the crowd. Ghost is very similar to Raven on the end. Ghost is an elven figure, but less defined, more rough, sitting in the crowd. The ones in the gallows, you don't recognize or notice or even acknowledge that the 2 in the crowd are there. You don't know. You don't know
me.
They don't know you, right?
Wait, am I getting murdered?
So
if they do.
In front
Down the
2 very muscled characters in the center. In front of you 2, Soda and Tom, who, by the way, both look like they could just snap these manacles, right? They both are so muscular. They look like they could just snap it. They obviously have tried, but it hasn't snapped, and they look like they could. In front of them is a human man with a very, very royal knight armor, full set of armor, massive shield, and a greatsword strapped to his back. He stands in front and he's looking out over the crowd. He takes his helmet off, and it's got this really long red I'm not really sure what to call it, like this sort of like red like feathers that come out of the top of his helmet. That just create this bush red on his helmet. He takes off his helmet and puts it on the ground. And he starts addressing the crowd, and he's just like, "Welcome everybody to the execution." And the crowd just fucking goes ballistic. They all cheering, yelling. Ghost, you're all deafened. Ghost is almost deafened as a half-orc man just bellows next to her. And just this just eruption of noise.
Can I quote unquote accidentally step on his foot?
You step on his foot. He doesn't really seem to notice. He's just so hyped.
But I am content now that I have stepped on his foot. I'm good now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So okay. So you are looking out, and he's sitting there. Here we have 4 goddamn criminals who just. I'm shit at my job. Warforged do it for me. And you see him. You see him step to the side. And from behind you, this robot and general thievery from around town.
Swag.
And then he points to Schiffer. Garin the Dragonborn, accused.
Oh, hold on, my
for,
stream's just gone offline. Why? I don't know. Why is my stream?
I'll wait for them.
Why is my stream offline? Hold on, sorry. Just give me one
Did you hear
second.
what Tom said?
Jonas is gonna be
No.
in 20 minutes.
I saw Jonas is logging on.
Okay.
I messed up my password.
Can someone check if my stream is online, please?
Sure.
No, Raven, you're offline.
My stream's fine.
Offline.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, no, it says you are streaming, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, you're. It's fine for me.
Yeah, there we go. It's fine now.
You're back, I think.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Continue.
So, one thing I have to say: whether you committed these crimes or not, that's up to you and up to your character. But basically, he goes down the line. He says Raven was basically being accused of pickpocketing, thievery, just generally stealing shit.
I love stealing.
Schiffer has been is being hung for treason because basically he says that Schiffer's been basically like assaulting guards, going after like knights
Right
and
on.
shit, like royal knights and shit.
cab.
That's what I was about to say.
And then, and Solar and Tom, you two are being accused together of murdering a nobleman. So this Warforged goes down the line, very robotic. So Raven, Schiffer, and then addresses the two behind him, and then is basically like, within the hour, these 4 shall be hung for their crimes against Kerbatina and the king. And he basically steps back, and the knight walks back up, and he's like, "Yes, what the robot man said." Anyway, and he looks like he's trying to act very knightly and very royal, but you can tell he's not. He's just not.
Hold on, I'm getting a raid.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Thank you for
You're
the
getting a
raid,
raid?
Sola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solar
okay, I'm
texted
back.
in chat.
No, I'm
She's
being
the raid.
funny.
Okay. But yeah, this.
Thank you for the follow, Ruvend.
This knight stands up. He's trying to be royal. He's just not. And he's basically just saying that he just carries on. He basically then starts addressing just general stuff like, oh, the bakery has got a new loaf of bread. Go check them out. Like he's basically like just doing like the general like city maintenance sort of things. After that,
He's Tom Nook, but shitty.
Yes, very. But whilst he's doing that, the Warforged is walking up behind you, taking the noose and wrapping it tightly around your neck. And he goes along each one of you. He, like, even though Tom is.
God damn it! Sorry. Continue.
When it gets to Tom, he you would expect him to have to like reach up really high, but this robot just stabs his sword into the ground and uses the guard on his sword and steps up onto the sword itself and just wraps it and very harshly just yanks this rope around Tom's throat.
I could just
Oh.
run away.
He
Run.
he steps up to Solar, does the same thing, doesn't do it as doesn't use the sword, doesn't do it as aggressively, but definitely still does it with quite a bit of resentment. And then finally goes along to Schiffer as well. And he goes and waits
Homeboy's a
by
robot. Why does he hate them?
so Warforged are they're sentient beings made from they weren't made by a god. They weren't made by organic life. They were made
Okay,
by
so they
magic.
are made with intention to hate these kind of people. Okay.
They were made usually they don't have hatred towards anyone. Usually they're